All right, so let's talk a little bit about volume. We talked yesterday about the two most popular, what do you call this? The two most popular figures that can come up on the ASVAB test, which is a cube, okay, or a prism that is length times width times height. Volume for this one is that. And then we can also have a cylinder, which is volume equals pi r squared times height. Okay. Kimani, was there any other figure that you saw on the ASVAB that you want me to review?
I mean, honestly, I remember there was some type of geometry on I practice ASVAB, but I can't really remember the exact one because it's been a while. But do they because I don't know which questions they're gonna give for volumes and all that. But I was wondering do they give for example the sphere with the fractions 4/3, those types of questions.
The measurements are fractions?
Yeah, for sphere.
Yes.
Let's say if they say, oh, can you find a sphere? The
Okay.
volume of oh yeah, those types of questions.
All right, so let me give you some of the other. So we have the cone. Let's do this. The volume of a cone. This is volume equals pi r squared h/3. Okay, and then we have a sphere, which I'm not gonna even, I guess we could do I don't know, I don't even know how to draw a sphere. But that one would be volume equals 4/3 pi r cubed. Okay, if you're taking notes, I recommend you write these down simply because they're gonna come up, okay? You need to memorize these equations. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna practice doing a couple of these just so we're comfortable using the equations. All right, no, that's not what I wanted. Okay. Oh, okay, cool. So let's start with the first one. Let's start with a prism. A prism is any quadrilateral that's in 3D, okay? So remember, this is length times width times height. So let's say a cube has a length and width of 8 inches and a height of 9 inches. What is the volume? So here it's telling us that the length and the width are 8 inches each. So it would be volume equals length times width times height. 64 times 9 gives us 36, 54 plus 3, 57. So 576 inches cubed. Okay. Any questions about that?
No.
No, it's pretty straightforward. Let's do another one.
Excuse me, I have a question, but it's not about the problem. I was gonna ask, by any chance, do you know how the ASVAB is scored?
Okay, so the ASVAB is scored like a standardized test, which means that your score comes from how well you do compared to everybody else who took that same test.
Oh, okay.
So that means if you score, like if you get out of 100 questions, you get 80 right, your score is not 80. Your score is however many % of people you scored higher than. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I get it.
Okay. All right, good. So that's why you always want, like, you don't want to base your, like if you're doing a practice test and you're like, oh, I scored a 50. No, that just means you got 50% of the questions right. Your score doesn't come from that. Your score comes from how well you did compared to everybody else. Okay. All right, so back to this. Let's say this has a length of 4/5 of a meter. 2/3 of a meter. And 8 meters. Okay. I know that's like a terrible drawing, but go for it. Go ahead and find the volume of that. All right, guys, how are we doing? Okay, I got my first answer.
I got the same thing.
Okay, cool. Does anybody need more time? All right, let's review it. Okay, so this is just 4/5 times 2/3 times 8, and that's over 1. So let's start with the first one. 4/5 times 2/3. This is 8/15 times 8/1. So 64/15. We can't really simplify top and bottom, right? But we can turn this into a mixed number. So 15 goes into 64 4 times. Let's do the 15 goes into 64 4 times. 15 times 4 is 60. We get remainder 4. So 4 and 4/15. All right, let me see the answer that I got here. So not bad, but remember, whenever we have an improper fraction, we have to always simplify it, okay? Any questions about that one?
I was gonna turn into improper fraction, but for some reason I'm so used to doing it like if I'm doing mixed fractions, like actually doing it those types of problems, but I wasn't used to doing it like this.
Okay. Was there anybody else, or like, does anybody have any questions? We're okay with this?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. So let's go ahead and move on to cylinders. So cylinders, it's a horrible picture of a cylinder, but the volume of this is pi r squared times height. Okay. So let's say there's a couple things that we can do with this. First of all, they can give us the radius is, let's say, 4 centimeters. And the height, remember, radius is from the center of the circle to the edge of the circle. And the height, let's say, is 8 centimeters. Okay. Go ahead and plug everything in and send me your answer in. Oh, actually, wait, let me do this one with you guys. I'm sorry. Sorry. There's something I want to show you. So volume equals pi r is 4. So we plug in 4, we square it, right? And the height is 8.
Right.
So this is pi times 16 times 8. So 16 times 8, and we went over this yesterday, but I wanted to show you all anyway. 8 times 1, 8 plus 4, 12. So there's 2 potential answers here. It could be 128 pi, where we leave the pi just like that, okay? Or we can multiply by pi. Pi is 3.14. We can multiply by pi to simplify the answer even further. 4 times 8, 32, carry the 3. 4 times 2, 8 plus 3, 11. 4 times 1, 4 plus 1, 5. Placeholder 0. 8, 2, 1, 2 placeholder zeros. 3 times 8, 24, carry the 2. 6 plus 2, 8, and 3. We add these up. 7 plus 4, 11. 10. There we go. 2 numbers behind the decimal point. So this becomes 401.92 centimeters cubed. This should have been centimeters cubed as well. Okay. Either one of these 2 could be the correct answer. How will you know if you need to simplify by multiplying by 3.14? You'll know by the answers. If the answers do not have pi and it's just a regular digit, then you divide by it.
Gotcha.
Okay. Any questions?
No.
No.
All right. So I'm going to give you an example like this to try. And I want you guys to find both with the pi and without the pi. So here we go. Radius, let's do 2 centimeters. Height, let's do 9 centimeters. And find the volume. Okay. Okay, I'm starting to get some answers. Does anybody need more time?
I just got an answer too.
Okay. All right, let's do it. So volume is pi r squared. Okay, cool, good. Oops. Times height, right? So then here we start with pi, that's 2 squared, and then height is 9. So this is 4 times 9. So we have 36 pi,
Mhm.
right? Or
Yeah.
36 times 3.14. 24 carry the 2. 6 plus 2, 8. 6 times 3, 18. Placeholder 0. 3 times 4, 12. 3 times 1, 3 plus 1, 4. 3 times 3, 9. 4, 10, 13, 11. 2 numbers behind the decimal point here as well. So 113.04. This is centimeters cubed. Centimeters cubed. Okay, how did we do?
Good.
Good?
I got the same answer too.
Perfect. Good. Any questions on this? Let's see, we got a couple
No.
answers. Okay, JC?
Can you hear me?
Okay, yeah, we can.
All right. Sorry, I couldn't hear you for a minute.
Okay, no worries. So we're gonna try, oh, that's not what I wanted to do. We're gonna try another like scenario for this. I'm gonna draw this a little bit bigger to see maybe it's easier to see. Okay, the other scenario is where we're given the diameter, so the measure of the full thing across, yeah, with the height. So let's say here the diameter is 14 inches and the height is 6 inches. Our equation is volume equals pi r squared times height. Well, for those of you who remember this from the circles class, or if you remember this from school, diameter is the same thing as 2 radius. And I'm going to show you why. I'm going to zoom in on a circle. The diameter goes from one edge to the other and it crosses the middle, like the center. And the radius goes from the middle, the center of the circle, to the edge. So essentially, diameter is just 2 radius that make a straight line, okay? So when we're given a diameter, like we are here, that's 14 inches, what we do is just divide it by 2. And that gives us 7. That's it. We just divide by 2. Now that we have 7, we can plug it in for radius times 6. Now, if it's difficult for you to remember that, then memorize diameter equals 2 times radius. Okay, so then all you have to do is all you have to do is 14 equals 2r. You divide by 2 and you get radius equals 7. Okay, so those are just ways for you to try to memorize this so you can remember it when you're under pressure taking the test. So now we get volume equals pi times 49 times 6. I'm going to make some space here. (24 plus 5, 29). So volume is equal to 294 pi, or it's equal to 6, 11, 13, 12, 9, 2 numbers behind the decimal point. 923.16. And this is all inches cubed. Okay. Any questions?
I got one question. So like I actually missed a lot of a big chunk of I don't know, the past 5 minutes because I had a call that I had to pick up. Is there any way that I can get this recording or something?
No, we don't send them out.
Mm.
We don't send them out because you guys get to come to class because you paid to be here.
Mhm.
So it's kind of
Oh,
like we
okay, I get it.
paid to be here, like we keep them only private for whoever shows up.
Right, right.
We posted some of them like on the course so you can access them, but if I posted every class we did, like there'd be no space. Like you guys would go crazy with videos. Yeah.
All right, no problem.
But basically this is just like the last one. The only step that is extra is we divide the diameter by 2 to get the radius, and then we plug that in. Okay. All right, so I'm going to give you a similar question to this, so you can give it a try. Okay, so here, diameter is, let's do 8 centimeters. Height is 5 centimeters. Go ahead and find the volume. And please do both of them. Just, I want you guys, I know it feels like a lot, but I want you guys to feel comfortable like doing both, okay?
We were doing this last night, right?
Yeah. Yeah, this was the
Okay,
last,
I think
this kind with a diameter was the last question that we did yesterday.
I think I'm ready.
How are we doing, guys? Does anybody need more time? I see I got some answers here. Okay, so let's review this one. Volume equals pi r squared times height. This is not an r, so we divide it by 2 to make it an r. And now we just plug stuff in. 4 squared times 5, which gives us 16 times 5. And 16 times 5 is 80. So we can either do 80 pi or 3.14 times 80. 0, 0, 0, please 0. 8 times 4, 32. 8 plus 3, 11. 24 plus 1, 25. Two numbers behind the decimal point. So 251.2 centimeters cubed. I always forget to write that. Okay. Let's see, how did you guys do? Okay. Some of you did good. Some of you were still a little confused. For those of you who are confused, do you see what happened? Do you still have questions about it?
Well, I didn't divide the 8 by 2. Why do you have to divide the 8 by 2 there?
Ah, okay.
Why
Yeah,
is it
you
divided
probably
by
explained that while I was on the phone.
Okay, so you divide the 8 by 2 because this is a diameter. And the equation uses radius. So to turn diameter into radius, you divide by 2.
So is the diameter half of the radius?
The radius is half of the diameter.
Yes,
Diameter
sorry. Yes.
and
Yes.
radius.
Yes.
It's okay.
Okay.
Any other questions on this one? I know this is difficult. So,
Yeah.
all right.
Also, so I only do the diameter whenever is like whenever I can divide it by 2.
Say it again.
Like so on the diameter equals to what radius. So like the times that I gotta do that is whenever the radius is divisible by 2, or is that just every time?
No, we only do that when what is given to us is a diameter instead of a radius. So sometimes we'll get one that is just radius. The radius goes from the middle to the outside. Other
All
times
right,
we
okay.
that are diameters that go from one end to the other.
Okay, I didn't know that part.
It's okay. That's why we're learning it. Don't worry. So then whenever we see this, we have to add the step of dividing by 2. Or if you want to memorize this, then you just plug in the diameter here, like that, and then you divide it by 2 anyway. Either way, it's going to get you where you need to go. You guys ready for another one?
Yeah.
Yeah, we can do another one.
Okay. So here we go. All right, give that one a go. How are we doing, guys?
I'm ready.
Just got my answer.
I'm ready.
Okay, I'll give you guys a second. Actually, no, everybody says they got their answer. Does anybody need more time?
No.
No? Okay, let's do it then. So this one gives us a diameter, and our equation uses radius. So we do 14 divided by 2, and that gives us 7 as the radius. So we're going to plug that in. So pi times 7 squared times the height, which is 9, that gives us 49 times 9. So 49 times 9 gives us 81, carry the 8, 36 plus 8, 44. Yeah. So we got 441 pi centimeters cubed. Okay? Remember, volume is cubed. Now we're going to do 441 times 3.14. That's 4, 16, 17. Placeholder 0. 1, 4, 4. 2 placeholder zeros. 3, 12, 13. So 4, 7, 14, 8, 3, 1. 2 numbers behind the decimal point. So we got 1,384.74 centimeters cubed. And it looks like, good job, Kimani. Yeah, you got it.
We got that same answer also.
Good, excellent. Okay, does anybody still have questions about this one, or is still confused about this one? Okay, so let's move on to the next one. Oh, no, sorry. I keep doing that, which is going to be cone. So like that and like that. Okay, so the volume of a cone is pi r squared times height divided by 3. Okay, so it's almost the same thing as a cylinder, except we divide the height by 3. So here, what this will look like is, this is the center of the circle. It'll give us the radius. Let's say the radius is 4. And the height will be here, from the center of the circle to the very top. And let's say this one is 7. Let's do inches with this one, inches. Okay, so pretty simple. Volume equals 4 squared. Ooh, let's not do 7, I just realized. Let's make this a 9. If not, it's going to be real complicated to multiply that. 9 over 3. So that gives us 16 times 9 divided by 3, 3. So that gives us 48 pi. And then we just multiply. And we get 2, 7, 10, 5, 1, 2 numbers behind the decimal point. So 150.72 inches cubed. Okay. Any questions about that one?
No.
No.
Okay, awesome. So as you can see, a lot of these are just like plugging stuff in. So let's do another one of these. Let's do radius is 8 inches. Height is 12 inches. All right, give that one a go.
I'm ready.
Okay,
Me too.
so pi r squared, height divided by 3. We plug stuff in. 8 squared, 12 over 3. So this is 64 times 4, 16,256 pi. Okay, how did we do?
I got it.
Good.
Well, I multiplied by 3.14 if you needed that too.
Yeah, I just don't have much time left, so I didn't want to like do all the steps, but you should have gotten 803.34.
Yep.
Those are your answers. Yeah, okay, good. So I'm rushing a little bit because I want to do this last one, which is volume of a sphere. So volume of a sphere, I'm gonna do it like that. So it's diameter, radius. Okay, so actually we don't need diameter and radius, we just need radius. Okay. The equation for this is 4/3 pi r cubed. So if it gives us, let's say, a radius of 10 inches, we get 4/3 times pi times 10 cubed. So 10 times 10 times 10. That's 100 times 10, 1,000. So this becomes 1,000 times 4/3 times pi, which is 4,000/3 times pi. And we can simplify it. But I'll just do it real quick. It would be 1,333.3 pi inches cubed. Sorry, I know I skipped some steps by using a calculator, but I don't want to waste your time with me doing math on the page. I want you guys to be able to see it all. Okay, so I'm going to give you an easier number to work with so you guys can practice this. But do you have any questions?
No.
Okay, so let me give you an easier number. Okay. So radius equals let's do 3 inches. Okay. Remember, the volume is 4/3 pi r cubed. Sorry, cubed. Okay, give that one a go.
I'm ready.
Okay.
Wait, hold on, give me a second.
Okay. All right, no worries.
I'm almost done. All right.
Okay.
Okay, I'm ready.
So volume equals 4/3 pi 3 cubed. So 3 times 3 times 3. This is 9 times 3, 27. So okay. 27 times 4, 8, carry the 2, 8 plus 2, 10. So that's 108 over 3 times 1 is 3. 108 divided by 3, that's 3. Six. So this gives us 36 pi inches cubed. And you could have multiplied that by 3.14 and you would have gotten 113.04 inches cubed. Okay? Either one would have been correct. right, any questions?
No, I get it.
Okay. You're cutting out. Can you say it again?
I was just saying that it's pretty easy. I just gotta memorize all the formulas.
Okay. You still sound funky, but I understood you this time. It's okay. All right, guys. So go ahead and stop here. You all did a great job today.